Legacy of Love, a Fire Emblem Story. Chapter 1. Shadows of Desire ***. Cordelia had always been perfect in the eyes of her comrades, noble, skilled, and unyieldingly devoted. But beneath her polished armor beat a heart consumed by a singular desire. Her love for Chrom was no girlish infatuation. It was an all-consuming fire that scorched everything she touched. She kept her obsession hidden, though it bled into every mission, every fight. She fought not for Elise but for him. When Chrom married Sumia, Cordelia's world shattered. She masked her pain behind smiles and forced laughter. Even after she married a fellow knight, her passion for Chrom smoldered beneath the surface. She loved her husband, or so she convinced herself, but her heart belonged to the exalted prince. Chapter 2. Web of Secrets ***. Years passed, and Cordelia's life settled into a fragile stability. But obsession is a cruel master. She orchestrated missions that would place her near Chrom, always lingering on the edges of his world, watching, waiting. Rumors swirled through the ranks, whispered suspicions of her lingering affections. But it was her daughter Severa who saw through the mask most clearly. Severa had learned early that her mother's smiles were never quite genuine. Her father was a good man, but he wasn't him. Severa hated that she could never live up to the pedestal Chrom's family stood upon. Her mother's heart was a battlefield, and Severa was collateral damage. Chapter 3. Echoes of the Past ***. Everything changed when a mysterious letter arrived, bearing Chrom's seal but unsigned. It spoke of old regrets, lingering feelings, and a desperate plea for one final meeting. Cordelia's hands trembled as she clutched the parchment. Was it real or a cruel trap? She didn't care. The chance to hear what she longed for was worth any price. Against her better judgment, she answered the summons, slipping away under the cover of darkness. But she wasn't alone. Severa, suspicious and angry, followed her mother into the night. What awaited them was a twisted revelation. The letter was not from Chrom, but from an enemy long thought defeated. A cunning tactician who sought to exploit Cordelia's obsession to destroy Elise from within. He offered her everything she'd ever wanted. A world where she could have Chrom. All she had to do was betray her nation. Chapter 4. The Price of Desire ***. Faced with the ultimate temptation, Cordelia hesitated. Her longing warred with her honor, tearing her soul in two. In that agonizing moment, Severa revealed herself, confronting her mother with raw fury and heartbreak. "Are we not enough for you?" she cried. "Are we worth nothing compared to him?" Cordelia's choice was made. Not for honor or duty, but for her daughter. She turned her blade against the enemy, fighting with a fire born of bitter self-loathing and desperate redemption. Mother and daughter battled side by side, unleashing a storm of vengeance. But even as the enemy fell, Cordelia knew the scars of her choices would never fade. Severa's gaze remained cold, her trust shattered. And though her husband never learned the full truth, he sensed the widening chasm between them. Epilogue. Ashes of Obsession ***. Cordelia lived on. A hero in the eyes of history, but a haunted soul in the shadows. She severed ties with Chrom's court, retreating into obscurity. She dedicated herself to Severa's future, though the girl never fully forgave her. And yet on quiet nights when the wind whispered through the trees, Cordelia still dreamt of what might have been, of a world where her heart's desire had been within reach. The love she buried was never truly gone, only locked away, waiting. Chapter 5. Whispers in the Dark ***. After the failed ambush, Cordelia and Severa returned to Elise, but things were far from peaceful. Strange occurrences began haunting their lives. Secret messages left in Cordelia's quarters, orders from Chrom that he claimed he never issued, and worst of all, Severa vanishing one night without a trace. Cordelia, torn between her duty and her maternal instincts, disobeyed direct orders and went rogue to find her daughter. Her investigations led her deep into Elise's underworld, where a secret society known as the Shadow Veil conspired to overthrow the Exalt. They planned to use Severa as leverage, her connection to Cordelia and indirectly Chrom, making her a valuable pawn. Chapter 6. Betrayal's Embrace ***. As Cordelia infiltrated the Shadow Veil's fortress, she came face to face with an old friend thought long dead, Robin, Elise's former tactician. now seemingly working for the enemy. His eyes, once full of hope and warmth, were cold and calculating. Robin revealed that he had staged his own disappearance to dismantle the shadow veil from within, but had become twisted by their manipulations. He proposed a chilling offer: join him in overthrowing Chrom and ruling Alice together. Cordelia, heartbroken by his fall, fought desperately to save Robin's soul. But the mind games he played made her question everything: her loyalty, her love, even her identity. Was she truly fighting for Alice? Or for something far more personal? Chapter 7. Redemption's Price ***. Determined to free Severa and stop Robin, Cordelia staged a daring assault on the Shadow Veil's inner sanctum. With unexpected help from Henry, who revealed himself as a double agent, they launched a desperate rescue mission. In a dramatic confrontation, Cordelia managed to break through Robin's manipulations using memories of their shared past. His humanity resurfaced just long enough to help her destroy the Shadow Veil's leaders, sacrificing himself to ensure their victory. Severa was freed, though scarred by her experiences. For the first time, she saw her mother not as a tragic, broken figure, but as a woman willing to sacrifice everything for love. Not for Chrom, but for her family. Epilogue. A New Dawn ***. With the Shadow Veil defeated and Robin's sacrifice honored, Cordelia returned to Alice a hero. Though she refused titles or recognition, she reconciled with her husband, finally able to love him without shadows from the past. Severa, inspired by her mother's strength, set off on her own journey, determined to forge her own destiny, not as Cordelia's daughter, but as a hero in her own right. On the anniversary of Robin's sacrifice, Cordelia visited the hill where he fell, leaving a single red feather, a symbol of hope, love, and redemption. Though her past would always linger, Cordelia finally found peace. Not through forbidden love, but through the family she had nearly lost, and the future she had saved. Chapter 8. Echoes of Forgotten Lies ***. Months passed and peace seemed within reach. However, disturbing reports of rogue Pegasus Knights attacking Elysian outposts began to surface. Cordelia, now fully reinstated, was tasked with leading an investigation, though she suspected something far more personal was at play. Severa, seeking redemption, insisted on accompanying her mother despite the dangers. Their quest led them to an ancient ruin tied to the old Shadow Veil network, where they encountered a Pegasus Knight commander wearing Cordelia's old regalia, a twisted mirror of her past self. The woman revealed herself as Lyra, Cordelia's childhood rival who was presumed dead during the VOM campaign. Fueled by envy and betrayal, Lyra claimed that Cordelia's perfect image had stolen everything from her: glory, recognition, and even her chance at becoming Chrom's protector. Lyra had built an army of disillusioned knights, ready to exact vengeance. Chapter 9. Shattered Trust ***. Cordelia and Severa found themselves outnumbered and forced into retreat. During their escape, Severa was gravely injured, leaving Cordelia emotionally devastated. The lines between her past regrets and present duty blurred once more. Desperate for help, Cordelia sought out Sumia, Chrom's wife and her former closest friend. Though their reunion was strained by old wounds, Sumia agreed to assist, believing in Cordelia's newfound strength. Meanwhile, Lyra played a dangerous game, spreading false messages of Cordelia's betrayal to Chrom's court. Distrust toward Cordelia grew as political enemies whispered lies, threatening to destabilize Alice from within. Chapter 10. The Breaking Point ***. Cornered and vilified, Cordelia faced the gravest decision of her life: surrender herself to clear her name or continue the fight from the shadows. She chose the latter, knowing that her family's survival meant more than her honor. Severa, despite her injuries, secretly contacted Prince Chrom, revealing the full extent of the conspiracy and clearing her mother's name. Touched by Severa's courage and still trusting Cordelia despite everything, Chrom rallied loyalists to confront Lyra's growing rebellion. Chapter 11. Wings of Reckoning ***. In a final climactic battle, Cordelia confronted Lyra atop Alice's highest peak, where the wind howled like ancient ghosts. Their duel was fierce, driven by years of bitterness and unspoken truths. Lyra accused Cordelia of living a life built on lies, of pretending to be a perfect knight while secretly longing for forbidden love. Cordelia, finally at peace with her past, admitted her flaws but rejected being defined by them. Her strength came not from perfection, but from her resilience and ability to choose her family despite her own struggles. In a final desperate clash, Lyra was defeated but spared a chance at redemption, as Cordelia believed no one was beyond saving. Epilogue. Wings unfettered ****. With the rebellion quelled and her name cleared, Cordelia retired from military life, choosing to rebuild her family's shattered bonds. She and her husband found new love in each other, free of old ghosts. Severa, now a decorated knight in her own right, departed for distant lands, determined to carve her own legacy, not as Cordelia's daughter, but as a hero in her own right. On quiet evenings, Cordelia would still visit the old hill where Robin had fallen, but her visits were no longer burdened by grief. Instead, she left a red feather tied with Severa's first battle medal, a tribute to hope, forgiveness, and the future they had fought so hard to reclaim. Chapter 12. Bonds forged in fire ****. Despite Lyra's defeat, unrest still brewed within Alyss. Cordelia's past actions, both real and fabricated, left the kingdom fractured. Desperate to restore balance, Chrom entrusted Cordelia with a final mission: uncover the hidden leaders of a secretive group, known as the Silent Accord, suspected of manipulating Alyss's fate from the shadows. This mission took Cordelia and Severa across distant lands, from the sun-scorched deserts of Plegia to the icy highlands of Regna Ferox. Each land held pieces of a dark puzzle, a conspiracy centuries in the making, with links to the ancient wars against Grima. Severa, now a fully recognized knight, was no longer a reluctant follower but a resolute warrior, determined to protect her mother as much as Alyss. Their journey deepened their bond, healing old wounds while forging new unbreakable ties. Chapter 13. Echoes of the Forgotten War ****. Their journey led them to a long-lost fortress sealed in enchanted ice, a prison containing ancient heroes long thought dead. Among them was a familiar face, Robin. Preserved in a magical stasis, he was held captive by the Silent Accord, whose twisted plan aimed to resurrect the darkest version of the tactician, corrupted by Grima's lingering power. Faced with impossible odds, Cordelia made the fateful choice to awaken Robin despite the risks. His memories were fractured, caught between his past heroism and the dark forces clawing at his soul. Severa was skeptical, fearing betrayal, but Cordelia believed redemption was still possible, as it had been for her. Together, they vowed to restore Robin's memories and stop the Silent Accord's plans. Chapter 14. The Cost of Hope ****. The struggle against the Silent Accord escalated into all-out war. Cordelia and Robin, now a battle-hardened team, fought alongside Severa and other loyal allies. Each victory came with devastating losses, but the hope for a free future burned brighter with each hard-fought battle. Amidst the chaos, Cordelia's feelings for Robin resurfaced, but not in the same destructive way they once had. This time there was mutual respect, trust, and understanding, a connection forged through shared sacrifice rather than obsession. Robin, now free from Grima's influence, finally confronted his darkest memories. With Cordelia's unwavering belief in his redemption, he chose to face his past and reclaim his true self, not as a weapon, but as a protector. Chapter 15. Twilight's Reckoning ****. The Silent Accord's leader was revealed, an ancient seer cursed by time, consumed by the desire to rewrite history. She sought to merge timelines, undoing every loss and creating a perfect world where no sacrifices were ever made. To stop her, Cordelia, Robin, and Severa launched one final assault on the Rift Citadel, where time itself unraveled. Battles raged across shifting timelines, forcing them to relive past mistakes, face lost comrades, and confront their deepest regrets. At the brink of defeat, Cordelia offered herself as a living anchor to stabilize the timeline, a sacrifice that would erase her from history but save the future. As reality began to unravel, Severa, driven by fierce love for her mother, discovered a forgotten relic, an ancient pendant said to bind souls across time. With Robin's strategic brilliance and Severa's indomitable will, they defied fate itself, rewriting destiny in a final desperate stand. Epilogue. A world reborn ****. The Silent Accord was no more. The timeline stabilized, though not without cost. Severa awoke in a peaceful Alyss, her memories of the battle fragmented but filled with warmth. Her mother was gone, but she could still feel Cordelia's presence, as though watching over her from beyond. Weeks later, as Severa prepared to depart on a new adventure, she visited the old hill where the wind sang through the trees. There she found a familiar red feather resting on the grass, Cordelia's symbol of hope. And then through the morning mist she saw two figures, her mother and Robin, free at last, walking toward her with peaceful smiles. The family was reunited, not through destiny, but through unyielding love, sacrifice, and the belief that even in the darkest times, the bonds forged through struggle could transcend even time itself. Chapter 16. Veils of Destiny ***. Months after the battle against the Silent Accord, Ellis thrived once more, but shadows still lurked beneath the surface. Severa, now a celebrated hero, accepted a mission to negotiate an alliance with the distant kingdom known as Lythira, a realm of mystics who controlled the flow of time itself. Unknown to Severa, Cordelia and Robin were still alive, but trapped in a temporal anomaly caused by the remnants of the Silent Accord's magic. They wandered an ever-changing labyrinth of memories and twisted realities, reliving both their greatest triumphs and darkest failures. Meanwhile, Severa found herself entangled in Lythira's political web, where betrayal and deception were the norm. Her mission was no mere diplomatic task, it was a race against time itself, as she uncovered a prophecy tying her family's fate to the kingdom's future. Chapter 17. Threads of Fate ***. Severa discovered that the rulers of Lythira sought to reshape time to prevent an ancient calamity, even if it meant erasing entire timelines. When she tried to leave, she was betrayed by the very nobles she had trusted, captured, and imprisoned in a tower that stretched beyond reality. Within the anomaly, Cordelia and Robin fought to escape, but every path twisted into another memory or unreal battle. Cordelia was forced to relive moments she had long buried. Her unspoken love for Chrom, her guilt toward her husband, and her fear of losing Severa. Robin faced his own ghosts, betrayals, lost allies, and the lingering darkness of Grima. Through these trials they realized that only by embracing their shared guilt and accepting their flawed humanity could they break free. Chapter 18. Reunion of Souls ***. Severa, determined to escape her prison, discovered a magical artifact, the Heartstone, capable of bridging realities but fueled by personal sacrifice. With her strength waning, she summoned every ounce of her will and activated the Heartstone, thinking only of her family. The resulting burst of magic shattered the temporal barriers. Cordelia and Robin, drawn by Severa's desperate plea, emerged from the anomaly into the collapsing world of Lythira. Their reunion was bittersweet but brief, for the timeline itself was unraveling. Together, mother, daughter, and tactician forged an alliance with the remnants of Lythira's resistance, leading one last charge against the corrupted rulers who sought to remake history at any cost. Chapter 19. Dawn of Hope ***. In a final climactic battle, Severa faced the Temporal Empress, a ruler driven mad by the endless cycle of loss and rebirth. Cordelia and Robin, now fully united in trust and purpose, supported her with tactical brilliance and unmatched skill. As the world crumbled, Severa made the ultimate sacrifice, offering her life to seal the Heartstone's power and restore the timeline. But before she could complete the ritual, Cordelia intervened, refusing to let her daughter face the same fate she had once been willing to endure. The Heartstone, moved by their unyielding love and selflessness, granted a miracle, rewriting history not through force, but through the bonds they shared. Epilogue. Legacy reclaimed ***. Time rewound, not to erase but to heal. Ellis flourished as a united kingdom, its future secured by the sacrifices of heroes long remembered. Cordelia and Robin retired from warfare, choosing a quiet life where they could finally live free of destiny's chains. Severa, now the ruler of Lythira by the people's will, reshaped the realm into a place where history was remembered, not rewritten. On the anniversary of the final battle, they gathered at the hill where the wind whispered through ancient trees. A new symbol of hope stood there, a monument carved with their names forever entwined. And as the wind carried echoes of forgotten futures, Cordelia, Robin, and Severa stood together, not as warriors or pawns of fate, but as a family bound by love, redemption, and the unyielding belief that even time could be overcome when hearts refused to break. Chapter 20. Flames of Redemption ***. Years after the fall of the Silent Accord, Elis enjoyed a golden age of peace, but shadows from forgotten timelines still stirred. A cult known as the Keepers of Echoes emerged, devoted to restoring broken timelines, by merging them into one ultimate reality, no matter the cost. Severa, now ruler of Lythira, received an urgent summons from Elis. Strange phenomena were tearing the land apart. People vanishing, cities fading from existence. Her return was bittersweet, for though she missed her family, her heart still ached from the battles they'd endured. Meanwhile, Cordelia and Robin, now retired and living in a quiet village, sensed something was terribly wrong when they discovered a strange time-worn artifact glowing faintly near their home. It pulsed with familiar, dangerous energy, one they thought had been destroyed long ago. Chapter 21. Ghosts of the Future ****. Severa reunited with Cordelia and Robin in Elis' capital, but their joyous reunion was cut short as the sky fractured, splitting into shards of alternate timelines. Creatures from forgotten futures emerged, led by none other than a resurrected version of Robin, his darker, corrupted self known as the Echo. The Echo claimed to be the true Robin, born from every failed timeline and betrayal. His goal: to merge all realities into one perfect existence wherever